Hi everybody, welcome to this year's video documenting the Montreal Guitar Show 2010. Gonna show some video clips soon. I'd just like to say thanks to Jacques-Andre Dupont, his team, Arno, Eric, Cedrine, Marie, Christine, the whole crew. What an amazingly well-organized event as always. It's the best organized event I've gone to. Thanks so much, guys, and apologies in advance for the amateur nature of the whole video. I was displaying this year, so my focus was on displaying my guitars. Here we are, just coming in first thing Friday. Alan Carruth there, the guru of free plate tuning. What a nice gentleman, great guitars. Just hold my little point and shoot above my head there to try to get an idea of the crowds and the size of the acoustic room. I'll be just covering the acoustic room on this particular video. Here we are walking along. Kathy Wingert, amazing instruments. Gordy Bishop, boy, what great guitars Gordy makes. He had a duet project, left and right-handed cutaway, one of which made it as the front of the poster for the whole show. Tim and Mary McKnight from Ohio. God, I really love their instruments. Great stuff. I got to see Brent McElroy's stuff. I drove all the way in from Seattle. And of course, there's Paul Aspel playing one of Charles Hoffman's guitar. What a pleasure it was to meet Charles Hoffman after all of these years. Just great stuff. He sold a beautiful Koa 12-string right at the show. Here's Douglas Harrison. Amazing new neo jazz model, full-size 17-inch archtop. Doug was just going full tilt the whole time. Actually, that was my display we just passed right there. Hugh Lefort was right beside me. Great classical builder and Selmer guitars. Brian Gallup, one of the most impressive displays on the entire floor. From Michigan, great detail work, just insane detail on his guitars, but very unobtrusive, extremely tasteful. I've loved Brian's work for 20 years. Here's G.W. Barry from the front of his display. Three amazing guitars. He was just run off his feet with people interested in his guitars. Bernard Vachon from Montreal, and there was Dmitry Tenev from California. Man, what a couple of great guitars, that guy. Mark Beneteau, what do you say about Mark? Don Ross, everybody plays his guitars. He is just one of the top guys on the planet. James White, fantastic marquetry detail work. Greg German, I've wanted to see his guitars in person for a long time, and it was great to see Dennis Kwasniewski there this year. Three guitars that just were blowing everybody away. Bradley Daniels, and then Claudio Pagelli. I love this guy's aesthetic. Of course, Irvin Samoji was there. Everybody likes to see Irvin, one of the founding fathers of the whole luthier movement. There's Irvin right there talking to Julius Borges. Peter Hopkins, one of my favorite all-time archtop builders, had three instruments there talking about archtops. Tom Rebecki had an unbelievably impressive display there, which he always does. And then, of course, Mario Beauregard. Mario had a great new nylon string guitar there that was really exciting and as always, impeccable. Michi Matsuda, this guy is crazy creative, just fantastic, and he just backs it up with great sound. Brock Poling was right next to Lance Kragenbrink. Both of them brought guitars that were clean, pristine. Craftsmanship was amazing. The bar has been raised so high. Edward Klein, I love visiting Edward Klein's booth. He's always got something completely different, comes at it from a different angle. Very, very, very creative. I really am excited about his stuff. Jeff Demers, amazing stuff. One of the highlights, honestly, for me for the whole show was Jeremy Clark. He really talented, but he's just so daring and yet pulls it together in a tasteful way. And ties it all together with craftsmanship and finish work that is just amazing. Great sound. I love that. That was just a real highlight for me. Alan Beardsell. I've liked Alan. Everybody's liked Alan's work for so many years. New models coming out and fresh off of like an 8-page spread in Fretboard Journal. Tony Carroll, man, his guitars sounded so great when you could hear them all the way down to the other end of the hall, and that's not easy in a noisy hall like that. Just fantastic stuff. Bill Tippin, just amazing, very much detail work as well, just like Brian Gallup everywhere you look. Marquette, amazing inlay work, of course, involved in the Manzer Matheny project, and that was a beautiful guitar of his. Jeff Traugott, one of the superstars of the whole show. But coming up to Joseph Ianniello, he was, as always, like one of the big buzzes of the show. Most of the guitars were already sold before he even got to the show, but what a breadth of knowledge this guy has. Eric Solomon, it's great to showcase his stuff a little bit. I've loved his stuff for so long. Great. Just the shape of his guitars are fantastic. And then Michael Greenfield. Unfortunately, as I walked by Michael's booth, the harp guitar he made for Andy McKee wasn't there, but what a project. Just incredible. We just walked by Michael Kennedy, who's just like one of the rising stars of the whole movement. Guitars in Dream Guitars and in the 12th Fret upcoming. Just fantastic stuff. John Modiglione, amazing. Jacques DeFosse demoing guitars at the show from Sheldon Schwartz, which was a really nice fit. Pete Swanson we're coming up to from Dagmar, is showing his double cutaway instrument. I love Pete's stuff. It's just right off the wall, tastefully. I just love his stuff. Walking by Peter Saluzzi, I was just introduced to his work. So great. I love his stuff. Judy Threet, man, she just ramps it up every year, and I don't know how she does it. That Koa guitar we're just going by now was a killer. Linda Manzer, Peggy White, Linda coming off just the success of her 52-string Medusa guitar, had fantastic instruments there. And Tony Duggan Smith, these two new archtops, brand new. I would love to take one of those home myself. Just it was one of those guitars that I personally just sort of was drawn to. I love Tony's work so much, and this was almost an entire room of amazing luthiers from France who flew over. Talk about a high concentration of talent in one country, and they come at things from just a different angle. Just amazing names like Rico Priet, Olivier Pozo, Benoit Rabi, Christophe Grelier, Perique Brua, and possibly next year my friend Benoit Puron may even come over. It was really exciting to see these guys from France. Just fantastic stuff. We're coming down to the Fretboard Journal table. There's Jason Verlinde. They runs the whole magazine. What a classy magazine that is. Always look forward to getting that. Laurent Brondel, wow. Great guitars, and his varnish finish, my God, I don't know how he does it. It's just fantastic. Roberto Canova, we're just going by, and then Mark Blanchard, he wasn't at his booth just as I was walking by, but talk about pristine, clean lines. I just love his stuff. Louis Fury de Mesquita, we're just walking by his table. Really exciting stuff from him, as from Jean Rapre, as always. One of the elder statesmen of the Canadian classical guitar movement. I had to film the De Jong table that we're looking at right now ahead of opening because it's always so crowded with people. I couldn't even get close enough to the guitars to take a decent shot. Sunburst in a aqua guitar there, an all spruce guitar. Yoshia De Jong also had an amazing guitar displayed there. She's fresh back from the Texas GFAC show. What a great talent she is. The whole family is. There's Charles Hoffman again. So many people I missed. I can't believe it. Ken Parker, I can't believe I didn't get footage of his archtop. There's a shot of Peter Jansen with a full packed room on Sunday morning playing a G.W. Barry. That's, man, what a sound that was. That guitar has tone just dripping out of it, and he's such a great player. That was a thrill to see that concert. It was a great show. Man, if you can ever get to Montreal during the Jazz Festival and the Guitar Show, it's an amazing time. So we'll talk to you later. Bye for now.